So what I've done is now, I don't know how I did it, but so you can have profiles now. It saves all your data, so it's not new messages every time.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
It remembers your conversation.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's,
good.
I can share screen, don't worry about it. Yeah, you can go in there. So no matter where you log in now, it just pings you an email back. So you can log in. I could log on your phone, and then it sends me a verification email. Then it actually logs me in, and it remembers all my split, my nutrition. So if you're not losing weight in like 2 weeks, you could be like, "Hey, I haven't lost weight yet." It'll be like, "Oh, it's been." It remembers. It'll be like, "Oh, well, it's only been 11 days. Wait three more," and then you ask it again. It'll be like, "Okay, well, if you haven't lost weight, drop 200 calories from carbs or whatever."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's basic, but for people that can't afford coaching, at least it gives them a direction to follow.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And look, honestly, this is how bodybuilding was in the 90s. It was just try, try something and fucking give it a go. You're like, oh, I'm just going to try and eat this 4 times a day. And you didn't have scales, you just used cups and
Yeah.
spoons and whatever a packet's worth was or a tin or whatever it is you used. And you just ate it for like 2 weeks. And you look in the mirror and you're like, nah, nothing's changed. I'm going to add another cup of rice. And,
Mm.
you just fucking, and then you sat there and watched that for 2 weeks. You're like, fuck, I've gained a kilo in 2 weeks. I'm just going to leave it there. See how long I can run this bitch for. Like it's so simple. So like I've nearly made a post a few times that I think a lot of people that have the desire to be ginormous one day, that want to be
Mm.
bodybuilders. Honestly, I think your first 3, 4, 5 years of training, don't use a coach.
Mm. Yeah.
Just gym bro it. Just gym bro it. Just fucking just lift. Try bro splits, an arms day, a chest day, a legs day. Try push pull legs. Try
Yeah.
try just sort of fucking with food, and just fuck with it, like because
Yeah. Learn to love it.
yeah, just just
Yeah.
just gym right. You'll learn more about your like someone will give you a preacher curl. You're like, oh, the preacher curl I've got in my gym, I just cannot get to do it. But I love just doing a dumbbell on the incline bench. All
Yeah.
right, well let's do that then. You've tried it. You've been a member of that gym for 4 years. You're tall, you're short, you got long humerus short. You can't get it to fit you, but that you feel like fuck. Nah, you'll know more about your own body that you'll be willing to then pay for education over. It'd be so much more worth it. Coaching for us is so much more fun dealing with people who actually already know a bit.
Yeah.
And these people that have put in 5 years just growing it, they will start to recognize when they talk to coaches, it's like, holy fuck, you don't know anything, cunt. Like you've done one comp and now you're a coach, but you only joined the gym 2 years ago. I know more by just being an idiot than what you want to take $100 a week off me for. Like I
Yeah.
think they'll start to realize when they start looking around at coaches, like, oh no, this cunt's worth the money. Like they're explaining everything I've been through and all these because they'll have a whole bunch of pieces of a puzzle. They just need to connect the bits, and that's where we jump in. It's like connecting this to this,
Yep.
and then they start with just a few pieces. This whole picture starts being formed in front of them. Like, fuck, I see where this is going now. All right. Yeah, man. Look, for overweight people and like elderly people, absolutely get help from the start.
Yeah.
You've got no clue. But for those young guys that they're like, man, I want to be fucking huge. It's like, good. Go and put in 5 years just being a fucking bro.
Yeah.
You
Because
and your buddies. Yeah.
they don't need the motivation. They don't,
Yeah.
they want to do it, so let
Yeah.
them do it. Yeah.
They're hungry. They're
Yeah.
hungry as fuck. And like they'll learn over that 4 or 5 years that there's heaps of moments for chicken rice and fucking eggs and steak and all this sort of shit. And then they'll have heaps of moments where they're on the run and they're like, dude, I just need calories. I'm gonna get a pizza. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get a Whopper. I'm gonna get stuff. And like they'll see the moment where they're like, dude, I've eaten like shit for 2 weeks and dude, have a look at my lower back. Versus like I got something on the run once. I haven't done this for 2 months. It didn't do anything negative. I'll survive. I'm growing.
Yeah.
Like they'll know so much more about the basics, about how to throw a jab in boxing. They'll know the basics so well
Mm.
that they'll be able to spot good coaches from fucking beginners who are taking money
Yeah.
and get so much more value out of their training. And you got newbie gains. You put in 5 years of just being a fucking jock, you'll get pretty jacked.
You fucking
You'll get
will.
pretty good. Yeah, you get
And,
pretty
and,
good.
and have a base level of strength as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be a flog. You'll be in the gym with your bros, just fucking egging each other on, going for 1 rep maxes
Yeah.
and fucking yeah. You'll be starting to reach that point where now all of a sudden something focused towards progressive overload or something focused towards monitoring
Yeah, more
like rest
structure.
periods and that
Yeah.
it'll benefit you. You
Mm.
know, yeah.
Those are the
Yeah.
good, those are the best days as well in bodybuilding. Back when there's no shows coming up. You're not worried about your condition or anything. You're literally just going hard with your mates and then going out for a good feed.
Yeah. And look, ask any veteran. Like some of these guys might only be 30, but they joined the gym when they were 15.
Yeah.
Ask anyone that's been around the gym for double digit years and their most fun times ever. Ask Logan. Ask
Yeah.
me, ask you, ask I just go, dude, the most fun I ever had bodybuilding was when I was just a fucking Chad.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Yeah. Fuck
lifting and
boy.
going to a
Fuck
buffet. Yeah,
boy.
just fucking lifting,
Yeah.
lifting. And then, like you say, you go out to a buffet afterwards and fucking have a feed, just try and get big, you know?
Yeah. And then, you're all talking about, the girls you got going on at the time. So like
Yeah.
full bro, old
You're
school
just a
bro
bro.
mentality.
You're just a bro, man. And fucking, and all of those guys I'm talking about, again, go to say, like a Mick Galley, people who haven't competed for 15 years, but have a chat to these guys and they'll all reflect on when they first started. When they
Yeah.
first started, they were just in the gym. Fucking Aaron Polite is the same thing. I bet your Cam reflects back to when he first joined the gym and he's like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude, I was just a fucking little fucking cunt, just getting big and just loving it. Now look at him. He's going to the fucking Olympia.
I know that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I just think like there's so much value in someone that because if you want to get big, you've got to be here in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
You have to be. And if you haven't got those moments of loving it, if since day one was just this robotic, structured fucking boredom, you probably won't make the 10 years. That the guys who are big at the top, they all started out just being a bro.
Yeah. A
Just being a
Chad.
bro.
A
And
Chad.
through genetics,
Yeah.
their bro stage of 5 years, they got pretty fucking
Mm.
good. They got pretty fucking good. And then they ended up great, you
Yeah.
know.
'Cause yeah, you learn everything. Like you said, you learn the basics of training, and the main thing is, you learn to eat.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. You sort of do. And again, like you just like I'm just going to try a cup of rice. I live at home, mum. I'm just going to do one microwave pack of rice with every meal.
Mm.
That's a serving. That's a number. Who cares what calorie value it has?
Yeah.
But if you eat 3 microwave packs of rice plus your brekkie, you stay the same.
Mm.
Oh, all right. Fuck it. I'm
I
gonna
feel like
fucking
our generation of like Chad days is different to the new Chad days. I feel like this generation of Chads is like not like our generation. They don't go hard like we used to. It's like,
no.
oh, we've got to do, 3 RR, and we've got to do this form. And I think
Mm.
I think that's what's ruining bodybuilding is people take it way too seriously too early.
Yeah, I think again the lack of technology back then was actually a benefit. We
Mm.
didn't have scales, and we didn't know what a rapid reserve was.
Yeah.
Like so, you just pick up a weight, and you're like, "Oh, I think I've got a bit fucking heavy. Like, I'm just gonna go for 4 or 5. Help me out, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck." Just, and you're like, "Next set, I'm gonna fucking back off." And I had all the pound dumbbells back then, so you might pick up the 100 pounders, and you're like, "Oh, fuck, yep,
Yeah.
spot me." And then you're like, next set I'm going to pick up the 80s to see how much I can do. Like it was no science to it. You just went like until you couldn't went no more.
But isn't it funny that the bodybuilders that came from that era produced the best bodybuilders?
It is weird, and it's like I was thinking about this morning. Is like when I joined Southbound Gym in 1997. I think there's about 300 members. I reckon if you walked around the gym, there was about 200 fucking physiques. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like the,
Yeah.
the percentage where now you go to a gym, say Empire's got 3,000 members, there's probably 200 fucking sick physiques there.
Mm.
It's like it. Look, that's great because there's also 2,800 people that are at least going. They at least try and exercise, which is good. But from a bodybuilding perspective, it's not producing any more can't you look at and do, dude, he looks fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that guy's physique, like it's, you've still got about the same amount of heads in the gym where you really look at him and say, fucking, yeah, he looks sick. So it is very unusual. It is very unusual. Um,
Yeah, it's weird
and
because the conditioning game's come up, but
yeah,
the size game hasn't really.
I agree with that. The
Mm.
conditioning's got better for sure. It's different because the physiques were, say, more pleasing. Like, and I think that comes down to volume. People did a greater array of exercises. So if they were doing like a back day, inadvertently over their 8 exercises,
Yeah,
they would hit something overhead, something 90 degrees, something 45, something
yeah,
45. So they would just do all of them. Where now people are trying to bring it down. If you don't go, cool, we're going to do 4 exercises, 8 working sets. Let's hit these 4 different pulling positions. If most people go like, well, I've heard that 8 to 10 sets is good, 4 to 5 exercises. They might do a close grip pull down, then a wide grip pull down, and then a fucking the hammer strength fucking high
yeah.
row, and they've accidentally just done 6 sets of the same angle technically,
Mm,
and they're not hitting that and getting that full round muscle belly where each muscle belly has been hit in every lengthened and shortened position and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah.
I think inadvertently the volume back then created that rounder, bubblier look because they were hitting biceps on fucking 4 or 5 different angles.
Mm,
People going like, cool, do a superset on tricep press down, do a tricep press down, then an underhip press down, underhand press down. You're like, but that's the same movement.
yeah.
You just restricted how much you can hold because you got a worse grip now. Then do a rope press down. You're like, well, it's still the same movement.
Hmm.
You still do a cable and do a dumbbell kickback. You're like, okay, well, still now your torso's bent over and you're lifting up. It's still the same
Same
fucking
thing, yeah.
movement.
It's
So yeah,
like an
they're not
RDL is a
hitting all the
standing hip
angles.
thrust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
So here's a question for you then, something to ponder on. Did social media ruin it? Is the new generation ruin because and more stress of, people have to mature faster because there's so much going on in the world these days, whereas back then you lived at your home, you went around your mate's house, you called on the phone. Do you reckon it's to do with stress and social media has changed the game a bit just because there's so much influence from an outside source as well?
I think social media would have, if I was to just try and make a guess off the cuff, I think it's changed it because if I'm good looking on social media, I could get more guys, more girls.
Yeah,
So how do I get this now? Here, you tell me how to get it now. And it's like, the best way to get it now is to go and just be a fucking bro for five
yeah,
years,
trainer.
eat too much, lift too much, figure it out. You'll become strong. You'll build muscles for sure. Like how strict you are, of course, there's going to be body fat and all that sort of stuff. But trust me, if you go and be a fucking flog for 5 years and just fucking love it because you love it, not because it's anyone's made you or you want to be like anyone else or whatever, when they ring up you, when they ring up Cam, when they ring up me, like everything, we can look at this base you've built. We can tweak that motherfucker. Like, holy shit, give
Yeah,
me 6 months with that with what you've just done for the last 4 or 5 years, and holy fuck, you're gonna you're gonna look good, man.
yeah,
So I think different things. One, if I want my business acknowledged, it's good to get attention. How do people get attention now? They sound smarter than what they really are. So they
mm,
try and parrot a lot of information that they don't truly understand, which is why some of their explanations get so complicated because they can't break it down for my kids to understand,
yeah,
So there's that. So now I need to seem impressive so that hopefully you ask me for more information and I get money. So now that it seems like the more complicated you make it, the better. So maybe
yeah,
I should make it complicated too. And then obviously I want this faster. How can I speed this up? Because I want more girls. I want more
results.
guys. I
Yeah,
want more of this. Yeah, I want my social media to look fucking good today. What can we do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? You're like, dude, honestly, just be a dumbass
yeah.
and just fucking pay your membership and go and be a dumbass. And honestly, you'll be surprised how much you can fucking do.
I remember the saying is, isn't it, like complexity amuses the small minds?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
because people that are dumb think, oh, it's
Plus,
complicated. It must be good. Whereas the smart people are like, oh, it's simple. It doesn't need to be. You don't need to overcomplicate it.
And you also see like a revolution in thought processes, like where all of us we were super dumb in the beginning. Oh, 1 cup rice. Oh,
Yeah.
chest day.
Oh.
Yeah, back day. And we were so dumb. And then again, you start running out of steam after 4, 5, 6 years, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, like, and then you build a thirst for knowledge, and then you start complicating it to such a point where you learn so much shit that you're like, if I just sort of take all of this stuff I know now and go back to caveman day and just pick the appropriate pieces to
Mm.
make it dumb again, and then you take off again.
Yeah.
So you take off because you've got newbie gains. You expand upon that because there's a thirst for knowledge and
Hmm.
perfection and all that sort of stuff. But then you run out of like fun,
Yeah.
enjoyment, love, and then you go back all knowledge back to
Yeah.
caveman. Put the necessary links between the two,
All the things
and
that
then
work
and
for
then you
you,
go, yeah,
the things
yes,
that work for
yes,
you, bring them back. Yeah.
yes, that's right. And then you get these pros.
Yeah.
Then you get these guys. They've got a huge amount of knowledge, but they only use 10% of the genius level that they truly have, uh, together with their old school just
Mm.
love of lifting, love of looking good, love of fucking, you know, and it's quite crazy. You see that, and I think um, people shouldn't be coaching in the bro phase of their lifting career.
Hmm.
They should just enjoy that and run with that motherfucker for, yeah, like I say, 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
In that thirst for knowledge phase is a great time to start to learn coaching, because at the same
Mm.
time you're trying to apply book knowledge and friends knowledge with greater than yours to your own physique. Then you talk to a client and realize what worked for you doesn't is not even appropriate
Yeah.
for them. It's not, and so you start going like, okay, fuck, there's so many avenues here, like so.
Because
I
you wouldn't. It's like sports, right? You're not gonna you push. You say your kid likes playing basketball. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go hire the best trainers. Get him. You're just gonna let him enjoy the game. You know, like
yeah,
if you want to play basketball, cool, go play basketball. And then if he if you start seeing him get good, you're like, oh shit, maybe it's worth investing in a coach.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right. I mean, look, I don't know who knows golf on here, but anyone just needs to watch a video clip of Scotty Scheffler swinging, number
Oh,
one in the world.
hey,
And
golf
there's
pays. Golf
look,
pays.
well, if you're good, just like any other
Yeah.
sport, I mean, they're going to pay their flights, accommodation,
Yeah, but
their
we got
entry
like
fee, just
live
like
golf.
everyone
Golf's
else.
big here.
Yeah, in Adelaide.
Yeah.
But what you'll see is you'll see Scotty Scheffler swing, and there's not a textbook on earth ever that would ever say fucking swing a club like that. Don't do it.
Yeah.
He's the best in the world by he's the Tiger Woods of the current day. So I
Okay.
mean, you start to learn to realize that there is no one way to do fucking anything.
Mm.
Like there's no one way to feed you and make you big. There's probably 15 ways that work.
Yeah.
Which one or two or three of those 15 do you enjoy the most? Because again, if you want to be big, which you are, how long you need to be here in 10 years after you
Yeah.
started. So how do we make you be here in 10 years time? So
Yeah.
yeah, I know there's heaps of good ways. What ones do you actually like? If I make you log all your weights in a book, will you be here in 10 years?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Look, it's so yes, you're a little pedantic. Like again, in the 90s, some guys pulled out a little notepad and did it.
Yeah.
Some didn't.
Yeah. Because you do what's fun for you.
It was fun for you,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? Like it's just some guys it doesn't tickle their balls, and other guys that's just how they operate. For them not to get, and some of the guys have kept every book. They got
Yeah.
bookshelves
Yeah.
of fucking diaries.
Look at Sean Carita. He won the 212 Olympia. Then
Mm.
he's gone to John Jewett, and John Jewett was baffled that he'd never taken a logbook. There's no progressive effort. He just goes in and just I just go to failure on three or four sets on everything.
Yeah, yeah,
I just whatever the weight is that day. He doesn't even just it's just was worth his hard. It's hard.
yeah.
And
That's
that got him to win the 212 Olympia.
exactly, man, exactly. But because I agree, I've never written a weight.
Yeah.
I've never turned into Sean Clarita either. But um, th- what do you like? Okay, so you come up and jump in my gym with me. You don't know any of the equipment. It's all different brand, all different everything. You're gonna go on our lat pull down, and you'll put a pin in. You'll be like, oh fuck, this machine's lighter than mine.
Mm,
You don't even need to know what number's written on that pin.
yeah.
You can be like, well, that's only double down. I'm going to put it on the about the 10th one down. You're like, oh yeah, I could get about 20 with that. I'm going to go about another three on that. Do one or two. You're like, I reckon I can get 12 to 15 of that. So I'm going to go another two heavier, have a rest, and see how far I can take
Yeah.
that. You don't
Yeah.
necessarily, but then you might end up doing 17. You won't stop at 15 because 15 is a great number.
Yeah.
You'll go until
Failing.
like yeah, you'll realize like you do the 17th, and then you'll be like, oh fuck, nah, that next one I'm going to be shrugging my shoulders and
Yeah.
looking like a fucking spastic or swinging, and you shut it down. So for people that understand mechanical failure and passing the pain barrier to actually reach failure long after it starts hurting, it's fine. You don't need to write your
Yeah.
weights. But for beginners who don't, writing the weights down is a good idea because
Mm.
it gives them something to beat. Because if you just said go until failure, they'll sit in the same weight and in 5 years' time lifting the same weights because they just I don't know, a lot of
Yeah.
people can't push beyond those barriers.
People have that. How many variations are there in pain thresholds as well?
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, some
like
cunts are animals that can't feel shit and they're
yeah.
psychos.
I've only ever seen probably 1% of the bodybuilders I've ever met train as hard as Tom Platz.
Yeah,
You know,
he
like
was on another level.
yeah,
He was on another level. I've had sets where I've become him.
yeah,
Sets.
yeah.
He lived a career like that.
Yeah, fuck that. I'd be destroyed. But the thing is, at least we know that that place exists.
Yes.
Whereas
Yeah.
whereas like I've trained with a few of my clients lately, and like the level what they thought was the end was like my warm up.
Yeah.
And they don't understand how far you can go. And I'm like, yeah, come on, you don't even like his tempo hasn't slowed down yet. Let's go more, and I'll get like 8 more reps. And these guys are like people that train, like they're not
Yeah.
just normal people. And I'm like, man, they're like they walk out like, oh, I didn't know I could go that far. I'm like, yeah, that's why you got to push yourself. There's they're like, oh man, some bodybuilders must be fucked in the head. That's what they say to me. I'm like, yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Like you'll see a bodybuilder, a big one, again, any one of those girls with just those fucking thumper legs on them, any
Yeah,
big guy, and you'll see they're on a hack squat or something, and they're fucking one more. They'll breathe for like 5, 6, 7 seconds, and then and because it went up quick, they're like, fuck it, one
mm,
more. Ah, it went up quick, fuck it, one more. Where a lot of people will be like, okay, one more, they get it up, and then they'll rack it. And it's
yeah,
like, dude, like I'll take sometimes I've sat there for nearly 10 seconds because I'm like, I'm just gonna have a breather.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, loser. And if it goes up quick, fuck,
Go again.
I can get one more. I can get one more. It's fucking weird. Like there's no there's not necessarily a predetermined number that you can hit because or an exact tempo. Like you have 1 second rest
Yeah.
at the top. It's like nah. Sometimes I'll have 5 seconds just because I'm. It's one of those Tom Platt sets where I'm just like, nah. This is one of them.
Yeah, psycho mode. Do you ever
Yeah,
get, sometimes I'll be like, oh man, it's feeling light today, and I'll get to like the 10th rep, and I was meant to only get 10, and like, because it still feels light, I'm like, all right, I'm going to really slow the eccentrics now, because I don't want to keep doing reps, so I'll start really slowing it down to burn myself out.
yeah. You do have those days, don't you, where you just pick up a warm up, and it's a warm up where it's still heavy, but it's
Yeah,
nothing you struggle with yet, and you'll be like, fucking today feels good.
yeah. And that's when you know, but that's when you got to be careful, because you know people like us, you take it too far, you'll put yourself in a recovery hole.
Yeah.
Especially on a leg day, man. You know when you get that next gear, you're just like, and my mate sees him, he goes, when you do that psycho face, and I know you're doing those 2 reps, he goes, I know your leg's gonna be destroyed for 2 weeks. You know?
Yeah,
So you gotta be
it's
careful.
especially legs because like your
Mm.
shoulders can start to burn and that. There's probably only a couple more reps left in them.
Yeah,
It's so small,
yeah.
but when a quad is burning,
Oh, no, you're fucked.
it's not near done. You can look at how much muscles even on a
Yeah.
small person's leg. There's muscle fibers fucking galore, and they burn like shit because there's
Hmm.
lots of blood. There's blood is trying to rush all this oxygen and shit to it. The lactic acid's building up, but they're not physically weak yet. They just hurt lots.
Yeah, it's just that lactate build up.
It's horrible.
Right. It's funny because I've been training so many people lately, and then I trained B the last 2 days while I deloaded,
Oh, nice.
and I'm just standing there, I'm like. this is boring. I might normally have to give cues, but I haven't found anything yet.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
going, yeah, keep going.
Keep good work. Good job.
It's, I did hammies yesterday, and fuck, I did my normal routine, but I went out the house early, and I didn't make like a pre-workout, which is like 700-800 ml, which I
Mm,
normally drink on the way. And I think I was a bit dehydrated, and I started doing these RDLs, and I could just feel like the glute hammy tie-in area, and that was pulling super fucking tight. And I got to the same top weight. I got to the 4 plates, but it was like rep 4, and I'm like, that's pulling. And I got to
mm.
rep 6. I said, no, drop it. I said, no, I'm not going to go. Like, something feels weird, man. And then I reflected back. I'm like, fuck, I'm probably about a liter down of liquid on what I normally would be before this
Yeah.
session. So,
You got to be
yeah,
careful because that's how
fuck.
you tear muscles.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't like this. So I dropped it back to 3 plates. And like on like the third rep, same thing. I went, yeah, nah, RDLs are finished for today. No,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah. I know that feeling now for tearing two muscles. You're just like, nah, not today.
Not today. But like the other thing is, I sort of walked away. I said, well, at least the fucking tie-in was what was going to tear. I'm hitting exactly the right spot.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's
Yeah.
perfect form. But yeah, scary,
I, I,
scary.
I actually got some good questions today as well.
Oh yeah. First up, how's the week been, man? Anything new? What are you doing?
Oh, I just had a deload because man, I hit a mad thing. Well, I think it was a combination of just overworking myself outside the gym and just accumulation of fatigue. Because it's been what it was 11 after what this weekend now is 12 weeks post show, and I basically trained 11 weeks straight with no real deload.
Yeah, perfect timing, isn't
Yeah, because I went from the TRT phase, like we had like 2 days off, but I went basically straight into my lean game phase, and also it didn't help that my weight went up so quick, so I've got fatigue from that as well.
it?
Yeah,
I'm feeling heavy.
yeah. Man, my morning walk with my dog now is like cardio for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But well, again, back to our earlier point, that was what we used to do in the 90s. We just
yeah,
you just look and you're like, oh fucking, you're like, wait a minute, fuck, I've gone 3 months straight. I'm gonna have a
mm,
week off.
yeah,
So you just don't come to the gym for a week.
yeah.
You're
That's
like, ah,
basically
it's
what I
all
did.
good.
Yeah, to start it
Yeah.
off.
You're like, fuck, like you figure this stuff out. But no, that's cool, man.
The
What's
good
it
thing
like
is
training?
my weight didn't change the whole 5 days eating the same food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
So I've actually dropped because I went as high as one day I was 120 point. No, that's right. My highest weight it flickered between 119.9 and 120. It was flickering.
Yeah, wow.
And now today I hit as low as 118.8 and today I'm back to 119.2.
Yeah, shit. You had a big shit yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah. That's what I think I don't miss, man, is soon as I hit like anything above, say, 4,200, you're just fucking like
Yeah.
shitting like 3 times a day. Just fucking
But you
killing
get
you.
sick of wiping your ass.
It's fucking
And you know what's fucked now? Now I'm getting bigger. It's actually like it's a little bit. I feel it's like starting to get a little bit harder to reach around
oh,
because I've got
you
small arms.
got
Yeah,
you're T-Rex.
yeah. Exactly trying to turn. Fuck now. And my toilet, I had to get a new toilet because I don't know why, but I don't know it's because of all the urea or whatever, but it calcified in the bottom over time.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't.
I
I think it was a defective toilet. It was never really smooth down the bottom. It was always a rough base. And I
mm,
don't know, anyway, it got blocked up calcification. So 6 months ago, I did a new toilet, and now the new one's not where it used to be. The back used to be further back against the wall, but the new toilets now they're more up, they're more straighter. So I'm like, this taking a shit because my back's so deep. Whereas I used to be able to shit like this, and now that I'm up like this, I'm in the wrong position to shit. So I have to lean forward and like use the poo stool, with the calves, yeah,
Oi,
like around
that
your feet.
works. I
Yeah,
use the old poop stool in
yeah,
prep
it
because in
works.
prep, like all the fiber you're eating and your fucking like just your lower fats and everything. And I saw a thing from Nick Walker saying he uses a poop stool, and I'm
Yeah,
like, I've got the stool that the kids use that used to use when they were shorter to brush their teeth and that at the
yeah,
basin. I'm like, it was sitting in their bathroom for years not being used. So I dragged it out and used it in prep. And I was like, holy shit, the
yeah.
motherfucker works.
Yeah, so if I don't have it, I spike my feet up, so I can get the angle a bit. Yeah,
I'm leaning forwards because I'm on my phone taking a shit anyway.
Yeah, me too. But so when I go to sit back, my back's just like banging right in the seat. I'm like, fuck, it's so close. So when Jamie Skipper showed me, he goes, "You're so deep this way from like chest to back."
Yeah, yeah.
Like, even
But
pressing machines, like all the hammer strength stuff, useless to me. I need to use blocks because I can't even get my hands
yeah,
back.
that was probably mine. Like you're like me. My thickness was more impressive than my width.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was more thicker than I was wide.
yeah. Pity they don't have a fucking side double bicep.
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh fuck! But no,
Well, how's your week been?
I've actually got out and hit a couple of buckets of balls this week.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, went out with a mate just on Sunday, just for something different. We've talked about having a round of golf. I'm like, fucking last time I went out, dug up half the fucking course. It was terrible. I'm like, let's just go hit at the driving range. So I went with him Sunday, which was fun. Super windy and that, so it was, interesting. But then like this morning, I had a rest day from gym and that, and fuck, so I just went and hit a bucket before, and it was nice. It's just fun doing something different. So, but apart from that, just walking the dog and staying pretty chill. Training's been really good actually. Probably the
Yeah.
last probably 3 months, probably the last few months straight. I'm in there 5 days a week again, and just yeah, so it's back feeling good and just back to normal routine. There was that funky period for a little bit there where I was sort of in anywhere from 2 to 5 days a week. But probably about the last 3 months, it's turned back into just a regular routine and doing really good again. So that's where it
What,
needs to be.
what's your goals now? Just maintenance?
Yeah, downsize over time.
Yeah, so that's
I
fine.
just train for fun.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll do like a hard top set on something, but usually lower body, like again, like pendulum squat or something like that. And if I go into that place where you've still got it and you fucking really grind out, I'm like, I'm just going to do one working set, you
Yeah.
know. But I don't PB. I'm not attempting to PB anything anymore. But honestly, I don't think I've lost any strength yet. But I just don't grind out those extra reps like I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like who knows what that means for reserve reps and reserve, but um, you know, yeah, there's those grindy fucking wild
Yeah. The
reps
ones
you
that
go
burn you
for
for 3 days.
it.
Yeah.
I don't need them anymore. But look, obviously, from this age onwards, it would benefit me to keep losing a bit of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but I sit steady about 94
Yeah, that's good.
now. So yeah, I've lost about 6, and now it's hovering there. So look, with age, it'll keep coming off. But I'm going to go back to boxing and stuff, just one night a week for just fucking fun,
Yeah.
just to fucking nearly throw up from fucking cardio and
I,
which that'll
I,
probably rinse a bit more off.
yeah, I reckon if when I retire, I might go back to playing like casual basketball midweek.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just something for fun, just because now, thanks to all the hard work we did in the gym, we now suck at those sports compared to what we used to. But you're still good enough to like have fun
Yeah.
and like enjoy it and stuff. So yeah, I got an old boxing coach, Tommy. His gym is near Empire apparently. So I'm gonna message him and just say like, yeah, what times you run it, and just once a week, me and the kids go, and yeah, that'll probably rinse a couple of kilo off as well.
Yeah, nice.
And then yeah, just that's the goal now is just being healthy and older. And look, the reality is at my height, even if I made it down to like 85 kilo and you were in good condition, you'd still be a jacked little dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you'd still
100%.
look great. Yeah, but we're in our head going, oh, I used to
Yeah.
be 101 kilo. You're like, that's small. You're like, it's not actually that
Yeah.
small. Like,
Yeah.
it's
But
like,
at 85 lean at your size, you're probably still the most jacked person in any room you walk into.
yeah, you look
Yeah.
great. And again, for us, if that's 15 kilos lighter than what you used to be, it's
Yeah.
going to feel fantastic.
Mm.
So we'll see. It'll take time though. It's going to
Yeah.
take quite a while, I think. Like I always had more of a denser physique than a bigger physique. So
Yeah,
I
same.
think,
Yeah.
yeah, densities takes a long time to sort of rinse off.
Speaking of that, I had my classic client. I don't know if you see on social media. His first practice carb up.
Oh no.
Yeah, we did because he's never competed before, so it was all new to him. And I'm like, it's not as good as it seems. Trust me. He's like, because he used to be big boy, like 160 kilos. He had to get tummy tuck and everything.
Oh wow.
So he's like, I can eat though. I said, oh, we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, he's 10,000 calories in 24 hours because, it's classic. I had to simulate weighing because we're only just literally scraping his weight cut.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, we're going to practice it so your first meal will be like 10:30 after check-in. And we did from there, and from 10:30 in the morning to 10:30 at night, he got 10,000 calories in just.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
How
And
did
I
that,
didn't
like,
use
how much of that actually soaked in overnight?
all of it.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't use because on my we'll do this first one with nothing. We won't use insulin, no diuretics, no nothing. We'll
Yeah.
just see how you handle it naturally. And he got 6 liters of water in with it,
Mm.
and he got the food in, and then he's 5 kilos up the next day.
And leaner and fuller
Yeah,
and
leaner, full of man, massive difference. The density came back, everything. I was like,
holy
man,
shit.
I could pump more into him. I reckon I could
That's
pump more.
crazy.
But the
I
body, you can't like physiologically. Sorry, physiologically. Yeah, how do you say it?
physio
Physiologically, you can't. I can't put more than 2,000 carbs in 24 hours is a fucking lot.
That's insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did would have been 2019 when I was scraping to make under 80s. And I think I weighed in at like 79.6 and then went and ate after that. And yeah, did like 1,000 grams of carbs. And like my guts were out fucking
Mm,
crazy. Woke up through the middle of the night, big shit and everything. Woke up in the morning, crazy dry and hard. But then by the time we got to stage, I was just starting to sweat it all out, and not
yeah.
any of it had actually stuck and gone in. It was just there
Sorry.
when I woke up. Yeah, so it didn't work for me. But again, I've spoke about this with Logan. Now, when you have people that are more densely packed, it doesn't seem to work as good. These big carb
No.
loads, but where
That's
there's other guys who look small. And then you carb them up, and their muscles
yeah,
are
blow
more
out.
puffy. Yeah, it works better for them.
Mm.
And I've
Yeah,
always been denser, not
that
bigger.
that's because me, you're probably more like James Hollingshead, where it just takes a shitload of food over days.
Yeah, you
The
have to do
problem
a
is
bit.
though,
Yeah,
you don't have days in your classic physique.
no,
So,
no.
but I mean, we got him in. He looked killer. A little bit of fluid on the lower back, but obviously it's like that's not But we still had like that's at 7:30 in the morning. We still have had 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours to stage to drop that.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
simple.
which is
Yeah,
easy. So I probably just need to get him to drink more, keep flushing water.
yeah, yeah. Keep pissing
But
it
so next
out.
time we're going to try a little bit less fluid. I'm going to drop a liter, so I'll try 5 liters. So maybe not hold that fluid, and maybe a bit more dry carb and a bit high potassium, and then I'll try that. And then if that doesn't, because his insulin sensitivity was fine every meal as well. There was 2 meals where it was a little bit high, and I was trying to go for a 15-minute walk, was back down where it needed to be.
Yeah,
So we don't even need insulin. So that's ruled out. So all I probably need after the second check with less water. If he's still holding a bit of water, I may just crack just a quarter diazide.
and look, the thing is too. Like I always found for me that I do about a third of a modulatic about 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
So when I wake up in the middle of the night, for me, if I took it then in the middle of the night, piss, I was perfect. Come
yeah,
at 11 o'clock in the morning when we're on stage, dry, crazy, like everything was good. Like you'll figure out different people. Like for me, I cleared water quickly, so I could drink 7 liters all the way up until bed and just go to bed drinking
mm,
water normal. Have that like third of a mod middle of the night, and then wake up with breakfast, have about half a liter,
yeah,
and that was it all the way to a stage. Just maybe little sips, and I'd
yeah,
keep peeing about every half hour, 45 minutes backstage. I'd run out to the bushes,
yeah,
have a piss, and it was just enough. There was a slightest of mild yellow to it, but basically still clear urine, and I was
yeah,
just getting drier, drier,
yeah.
drier. It was
Perfect.
great. Yeah, it
Because
worked
when it starts
perfect,
going yellow, you know you're actually getting pulling from the muscle.
dude. I remember 2019 season A, I think. Fuck, back then it was just like, man, no one's gonna. I'm gonna be the driest person you've ever seen. Just had no. I was pissing like orange juice.
Yeah,
Oh, dude. Yeah, you reflect back now, you're like, man, that would have done some damage. That
yeah.
that fucking
No,
can't have been good for me.
not only that, you got to like you can only get so dry before you start losing size as well from the
Oh,
fullness. Yeah,
horrible.
Like
Horrible.
if you really want to look peeled and dry in the morning but flat, just get fucking drunk as shit.
Yeah, this
You wake up fucking looking mint. You'll be stringy and dry. You won't be full, but you'll be stringy and dry.
and this is the thing. Like people do, say like after the show, they'll go out, have a big meal. You might have a fucking gin or something,
Mm.
or a wine, and have that first drink you've had in 6 months, and you have one drink, you have a pile of food. You wake up in the morning at 5:30. Why didn't I do
Yeah,
this? It's like, yeah, okay, take another photo at 10:30, 11:30 when you would have been on stage
yeah. It's
and
not the
compare it
same.
to, it's not
Yeah,
the same. Yeah, you woke up looking fucking spastic. Give it 3 or 4 more hours. You got to look like a bag of shit.
yeah. Dude, you start hydrating like normal and that, yeah, then the fucking information comes on. Yeah.
That's like, we've all made that mistake the day after the show, look in the mirror and you just look like a freak.
Mm.
Fuck, this is fucking sick. And then you try it one day and you soon realize, oh, by midday, you just look fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work.
That's why, especially in the amateur league, it's a bit easier to peak. But when you start doing pro shows, you got prejudging and finals. You got to then you really got to be on your P's and Q's.
It's well, that was the Portugal show. It was just one session on stage.
Mm.
We had we go out onto the spinning turntables and they present the next class, and then you had the individual presentations, and then we had the numerical comparisons, and then we had the call outs, and then the top five did routines, which obviously I didn't make. But
Yeah.
even through all of that, from the moment we were backstage lining up before the turntables to the moment I left and finished, I was on stage for nearly an hour.
Yeah.
I was on stage, yeah, probably be close to an hour, either on stage or backstage, lining up for your turn to do whatever's next. Like, that was insane.
Yeah.
Like, I've never sweat on stage, like, fucking ever. And holy shit, I was letting go there like bad. I was fucking
At
running.
least it was warm. Imagine if it was like cold and shit backstage. That would have sucked.
It was warm. Portugal was beautiful. And you know what those stage lights like. So being
Yeah.
underneath the stage lights or behind the curtain, like in a line waiting to go for 45, 50 minutes, fuck, bro. Yeah, I was
Mm.
hurting. I was hurting.
But yeah, back to my client, I reckon like on the day, maybe the meal before show, a little bit of carb, probably like a 50-50 carb to fat meal just to hold his condition and hold the fullness. So the first question, what's one piece of bodybuilding advice that almost everyone accepts? So it's pretty much, like everyone's like, oh, that's just what it is. They don't question it. But we think is wrong.
Okay, so read it entirely.
So what's one piece of bodybuilding advice that everyone accepts, but actually we think's wrong?
Low fat everything.
Mm. Adding protein to everything.
Adding protein to everything. Low fat everything. Um, that's a good question. That's a
I
great
know. I'm trying to
question.
think. It's made me think a lot. I was like, I even said to him, I said, that's a fucking good question. I'm like, a lot of people, because it's hard because some things are like, oh, I see why they say that because
Yeah.
it applies to one demographic of lifters, but not the other.
Like if we were to go, like I've never logged a weight. So I
Yeah,
could make an argument, progressive overload and tracking your weights. But then I see the value because I know some dudes with fucking physiques I wish I had that log every weight,
yeah.
progressive overload everything. So fuck. What's dropping salt? But I think that moment's
Mm.
passed in history now.
No, because nobody does the water deplete water anymore. I reckon maybe it's just the fact that people overcomplicate it. Everyone accepts that it needs to be complicated when it doesn't.
Yeah, and oh, here's one. I think a lot of people expect the like last 6 weeks to be mapped out. So here's your last 6 weeks of comp. We're going to do this and then we're going to do that. And your peak week's going to look like this, where every coach who's competed and competed well, it's literally made up on the spot. I'll look at you tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
I'll look at you tomorrow morning. All right, now it's peak week. Send me a video at lunch. Oh, shit. We're going to not have the high carbs for the rest of the day, like I said we are going to. Oh, we actually need double what we said we were going to. Like I think planning ahead is expected from a lot of people, but a lot of people who know what they're talking about, it's unplannable.
Yeah,
We've got a plan, but trust me, there's only 5% chance that that plan is actually going to be perfect by the end. There's a 95% chance we're going to be molding any or all of this like
yeah.
amounts. That could be one, but what a great question.
I know. I'm trying to
Mm.
fucking look for an option to like do a timestamp or something so I know when to write questions.
The deadlift stick in the waist.
Yeah,
People
that's yeah.
that caught on for a
Oh,
few
another
years.
one that I reckon that waist trainers help because for me, if you've got a waist trainer on, people more relax into the belt.
Yes, it. That's a weird one because then you get like people that say old French fucking Riviera times that the women wore corsets. When they
Yeah,
took the corset off, they had no fucking waist.
yeah.
So it's like,
Actually, no, yeah, this is true. What about the Africans that stretch their necks as well?
yeah.
You
So
know?
it's like, I get where the idea of the waist trainer came from. But again, these women that when they took the corsets off had no waist, that was progressive overload for them. They used laces to get tighter and tighter and tighter
Yeah,
each day to make it more and more extreme. They didn't just put the clip on the same amount and wear the same belt every session for 5 years, you
yeah,
know? So, but again, in open bodybuilding, where not only are we growing, but our midsection does, because now you reach the point of eating 4,000 calories once, and then some of these guys are eating 6,000 now, 5 years later. Maybe over that 5 years, it would have been good.
yeah.
I don't know. It's hard,
Actually,
isn't
I've
it?
got a good one. That glute kickbacks will build your glutes more than a deep, heavy squat.
Yeah, not a chance on
No,
earth.
fucking. That's one thing. I think bikinis put this thing on where kickbacks are like a needed exercise. I don't think they're needed at all.
Glute kickbacks for glutes are what cable pullovers are for lats.
Yeah, yeah,
They're there. You get a great squeeze, and if you know how to contract your lats or if you know how to contract your glutes, they're a fucking great finisher
mm,
or a great warmer upper. But they're not in the building
yeah.
category.
They're not a meat and potatoes
No,
exercise. Yeah,
no, they're great for warming up or they're great to squeeze the last juice out at the end. But no, they're
because
never going to build.
I just don't understand. Like, look at Kai Green's glutes, right? You know what I mean?
Phenomenal.
I never saw him doing fucking kickbacks. You know what I mean? I never saw him doing fucking
I tell
kickbacks.
you what, that cunt used to hit the fucking stairmaster
Yeah, and those fucking what like sumo squats, sumo deadlifts, or fucking just deep squat, lunges,
though. Yeah.
Bulgarian split squats. Like they're gonna build fucking glutes.
And
Single
this
leg
is
press.
people tend to often forget as well, like if you're hinging at the waist and straightening it, that is the hip, that is the
The
glute
glute.
shortening.
Yeah.
So I don't care how low your feet are on the leg press
Mm.
or fucking how close your feet are on the squat or whatever. If your femur is going from bent to in line with the torso, there is glute involved.
Yeah.
So the deeper you go,
The
you're
more
getting
glute you
glutes.
use.
You're getting
The,
glutes,
the
baby. You're
problem
getting
is how many
glutes.
people do you see squatting, not squatting, but any press, any type of squat pattern, whether it be pendulum, hack, whatever, how many people do you see actually going deep?
No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Well,
and letting their hips open. You see a lot of people restrict themselves. They go deep and they're sort of their legs are like here. They can open their hips up, let their knees drop and sink even more.
this is probably back to an earlier point where people are like over, but you said keep your feet close, and you said that the knee travel over the toe, whatever. It's like yeah, but to get more range, you're allowed to let your thighs go past your
Yeah,
body. You're like it's not. Don't be so dogmatic by reading the text and being so fucking clinical. Like it's human movement with resistance.
mm,
It's not fuck. We're not Legos. We don't just move in
yeah,
fucking one plane. Like you still have to adapt human movement and let the physique. You have to move in 3D, not in
yeah.
2D. You can't just move in one plane in 2D. You have to move in 3D. You know,
Yeah, I think
that's
you
what's
just
going to help you prevent injury too.
Sam, you've just made up the new Gen Z split.
Yeah.
I do my horizontal plane day, my vertical plane day. They start training in planes,
Yeah,
that plane,
yeah.
this plane.
This is part of all the as well the complicated shit people put online. People talk like that. They're
Mm,
like, yeah, I heard one a couple of months ago now, so I can't remember it, but it was something dumb like that. I'm doing my vertical plane overhead or some shit. And then people are talking about their peri workout meal. I'm like,
Oh yes,
shut the fuck. It's just a meal. It's just
yeah,
meal two or pre-workout if you want. Don't start adding new terms to shit, man.
yeah.
Just fucking leave it.
I know it's fucked. It does my head in, man. Holy shit.
Leave it.
All right, what are we going to? Let's move on to the next one.
Question whoever asked that though. Give me time and we'll see if we can come up with something together. But
Yeah,
honestly, yeah,
we'll
great
definitely.
question.
Oh, actually,
Let's put it
uh,
out to the others as well.
I'm going to make a note of that somewhere.
Yeah, because that's
Uh,
fucking one that's gonna come to me on a walk later or something.
yeah, so I'll write down. I'll star that. Well, you can't start thinking of the next one, Ryan. If you had to
Mm.
build your physique again from scratch with only three exercises, what would you choose?
Ooh, three exercises. Wow. And let's just go because they're asking bodybuilders to be as big and muscular as possible.
Yeah.
I would go a seated row. No, would I? I would go a seated row, a squat. Oh, fuck. What's something else that just uses fuckloads of shit?
I reckon for me it'd be like I'd have to do a squat. I reckon like a incline press and then bent over row.
You know what? I'm going to go a seated row because I think you could get some lats and mid trap. You could do everything back, a squat, and then I'm going to put in a strongman, like a sled pull, something you can put unlimited loads on and just fucking arms, shoulders,
No,
fucking everything, and just
no.
see if you could get
Actually, that's
something
what
caveman.
I'd do a Viking press. So you're standing and you're pushing.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
go, you get your chest, your arms, and your leaving legs are involved. Squat your whole body because you're bracing, and the bent over row barbell because you got good back and you're still using your rectors and shit to hold yourself still.
yeah. See, that's what I was tussing up with the seated rows. Like, would I rather a T bar or a bent over?
Because
Yeah.
you don't need to do a
Well, look,
Viking
then
press.
you,
You can just do a standing military press. So literally, my three exercises would just be a squat rack with a barbell. That's all I need.
yeah, I could run with squat and bent over row because even though with that bent over row bracing, you would get some isometric
Yeah,
hamstring
yeah, and glute,
and
and then you
which
get
you would
more from the
get in the
squat.
squat. So squat, yeah, I'll run with you. Get rid of the seated. Give either T-bar roll or bent over row. I could get on board with the Viking press. I
Yeah,
think I could get on board there.
yeah, slash standing military press.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that's the barbell complete workout, mate.
I just
Do
keep
you know
trying to
what?
think
If
of
some
something
kid went in the gym
arms.
today and trained actually like an old school 90s bodybuilder and just did those three exercises, they're probably bigger than half people in the gym, I bet you.
I'll tell you what, they would understand how to fucking go heavy and hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, and just find those fucking limits we're talking about.
yeah. That and 2 mil a test in 5 years is huge.
I tell you what, though, taking shit in the 90s, I remember when I got a bottle of Stanozol from the vet, the old
Mm,
purple lid,
good
brown
shit.
bottle, 50 mil of Stanozol. Holy fucking shit. You could take 5 bottles of orals now and you wouldn't get what this 50 mil of liquid, fuck, it was, because that bodybuilding diet back then, it was 1999 or whatever I did that, 2000. And there was no fats or carbs. It was just chicken breasts, egg whites, oats for breakfast. It was nothing. No energy, no nothing. And I gained 5 kilos in that prep in
Oof.
13 weeks. 13-week diet, and you just did it every day. There was no refeed days or whatever. 13 weeks, I ate this fucking diet plan from hell every single day. And I put on 5 kilos from this fucking Stanozol. Fucking gnarly.
Fucking, it's good shit when it works.
Oh man! And then after that, I took some Sustanon, the 1 mil snappies.
Oh yeah. Fuck,
and
I hate
some.
snap files.
Oh, dude, worst thing ever. I sliced my finger open on one of them.
Just
One of them I wasted because I crushed the thing.
fuck. I hate the glass. The glass goes fucking everywhere.
It's horrible. It's horrible. And
Um.
and
Oh,
some D-bol tablets.
oh yeah.
So I got some D-bol tablets and some Sustanon, and I only did about 8 weeks because that was all I had the money for back then.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't be running orals longer than 8 weeks anyway.
Yeah, well, we didn't know that back then
Yeah.
either. It was just like, here, you buy 100 tablets, and they just come in like a sandwich bag.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I put on about 8 kilos in 8 weeks, but my strength, bro, I went up like 20% on
I'm surprised
everything.
you didn't like get any injuries that
I
back
did.
then.
I
Oh, you
did.
did.
Yeah. So when I ran out of money, drugs, everything, once my sister, I couldn't lift my arm up to fucking wash my hair or nothing. Like
Ah,
I'd been silently tearing my fucking shoulder apart the whole fucking time when the drugs wore off. Like fucking I ended up having, that was sort of what actually led into me stopping and starting fighting because it took months and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't
mm.
fucking lift my arm up. I was fucking, and I was an apprentice, so I couldn't afford all the physios and that back then, you know.
That's
So
another reason why I'm not a big. I don't know why people run orals in the off season because they ruin
yeah,
appetite, but like the false strength is dangerous because
yeah,
it's not even the injury risk; it's the recovery demand. Because if
yeah,
you're going harder than what you think for even 2 weeks, that third week you're masking so much fatigue, you're going to do something.
yeah, and like and you're so excited again. Like I'd been in the gym. Look, I'd lifted in the backyard for 2 or 3 years, and I'd been in the gym for about 2 years at that point. But you're still new. So
Yeah,
if you're going to tell me I'm shoulder pressing 50-pound dumbbells and now I'm going to shoulder press 80-pound dumbbells, you just do them. You're like, fuck yeah,
yeah.
this is fucking
Yeah.
sick. Like you
What
don't
do you
have to.
mean I can't press that? I'll
Yeah,
fucking show you.
you don't think like holy shit, that's a big jump. Maybe I should just hang back a bit.
Yeah,
You just go for it. But I've never touched the Debo or sus ever since. I'm too
yeah.
scared. I don't. I don't.
The only time I ever take orals is like near the end of a cut block, like if I'm in a prep and I need strength to hang around.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
like. Danavar was in the back end of a
yeah,
prep. That gave me some
yeah.
strength back for sure.
The old pre-workout antibiotic,
Yeah, I liked that.
yeah. Another next question. At what point does chasing the perfect physique stop making your life better and start making it worse? I said my answer was never if you love what you're doing.
Yeah, at the point where it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, which is if you love it, they shouldn't. Like
Yeah, like,
it might feel a bit more like a chore some things, but you never really stop loving it. It never really. I don't know.
and that's also a point where like competitive bodybuilding isn't for everyone.
Yeah,
Competitive bodybuilding is for that personality type.
yeah,
It's like, oh, I'm cool if I don't touch my arms for 6 months because they're already great. I need a
mhm,
fucking, like, they will deliberately not touch something and look at something else that's weak and go, wow, my technique must be off for that.
yeah,
Hey, can I buy a session with you? I'm not, my chest is shit. I hit it twice a week and it's still shit. So clearly it's not a volume thing. Clearly I'm not hitting it right. So they seek out information to deliberately try and build the perfect
mm,
physique. And for people that aren't, for people that just like, I know girls that want to go in and train with their boyfriends and they're doing a chest day with them and that, but that's what they love.
mm,
So, like, and they're like, people will be like, no, you should be doing this. It's like, dude, she's been training with a boyfriend for 4 years. She loves it. Just fucking leave her be. She doesn't want to be a competitor.
yeah,
Leave her alone. She's fucking here.
yeah.
Like,
Who cares about muscles and balances? They're just getting it.
they fucking love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, has she got the sexiest female physique? That's up to the individual interpretation. But, like, I think, yeah, for people that enjoy competitive bodybuilding, that desire to shape something like even the angle you hold your elbow on, so you hit
yeah,
what part of your shoulder do you want to hit? Do you want to hit the joint between the front and the side delt? So you start operating in a different angle,
yeah,
like they move in such finite ways to hit a specific part of the mid trap and a specific part of the lat. They
yeah.
do things in a very different way. It's a weird fascination and obsession, but um, For the Gen Pop person, I think to go back to the question, would be at a point where the split that you've designed for yourself or that has been designed for you isn't enjoyable for you anymore.
Yeah.
Because
I
if
think,
that's the split to design the perfect physique, but you don't like it, then you've
mm,
reached that's your tipping point.
I think to me, I feel it's more like when from outside the gym and nutrition, it starts affecting your life. You know, like me, I'm too heavy to even walk. I don't want to go to social events because I can't stand for too long. I got to bring my meals everywhere. You know, when it starts impacting your life outside of the gym, that's when I find that most people it starts being like, "Oh, it's not worth it anymore."
Yeah. And look, we've seen people do this. They break up with partners or they quit jobs and stuff, and it's their first ever prep.
Mm.
And they're like, she's in my way, bro. I'm like, you didn't even know if you like this yet. You
Yeah,
need to calm the
yeah,
fuck down. You see, you're like, I'm gonna quit the fucking job and fucking. It's like, do you again? You don't know if you like this yet, dude. But wait till you're enthralled now with the thrill
yeah.
of the chase. This looming competition date approaching. It's fueling you. You don't feel tired anymore. You just feel driven. You just feel
Mm.
motivated. Let this moment pass. Compete. Go out with your friends. Have some food. Reflect back in a couple of weeks, and then start making
Yeah.
decisions. You know,
Because most of the time it's the other way around. And people do one prep and then they're like, yeah, never again.
it happens a lot.
Yeah.
Happens a lot. You know, they go back, eat some food, finally fuck their missus again. They're like, oh, maybe that wasn't for me.
Yeah. Maybe prep's not for me.
They're like, and you know what? That's okay.
That's
It's
right.
extreme sport. Marathon running is not for everyone. It's an extreme sport. Like
And
it's crazy things.
just because you're not a competitive bodybuilder doesn't mean you can't be a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah.
yeah. And it doesn't mean that you can't look absolutely fucking wild
Wild.
without being psychotic about your food, psychotic about your split. Oh, sorry, bro. Do you want to train on Wednesday? Yeah, but I have to do shoulders. So
Yeah.
just go and join in with
Just
your
go
mate and
get
do a fucking leg day. Who gives a fuck?
no. No, because that's the shit thing about it, us boys. Like when we're all us competitors, like me and Caveman, every time I catch up with him, we can never train together because we've got different splits and different days. But
See, I've
when we all retire, that's what we can look forward to.
uh,
You know?
see, I've never followed one. I've always had a split that I do, but then if you wanted to train back today, and I did back yesterday, I'll just do it again today with you.
Yeah, I'm too OCD.
I've always been like
Yeah,
that, always. And I've always just gone to any gym and again, never logged away. I just feel that machine. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, I'm going to have a bit of a rest. That'll be my first working set.
yeah,
You know, like I just fuck with shit. You know, I've never been like that. But again, there's heaps of pros that have my mentality and there's
yeah.
heaps that have yours. Like
There's no right or wrong.
there's no right or
Yeah,
wrong. But everyone who's big did the same thing. They still took every set till it
yeah,
can't be
that's
took them
right.
no more.
What matters is how you did that session rather than
Yeah.
what session you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both walk out the gym fucked.
Fuck yeah.
It's sore for 5 days.
Yeah.
But one wrote everything in a book and one just fucking felt it along the way.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you train back for 3 days, just don't train it for 3 weeks. Yeah.
I did that once with legs. I did legs 3 days in a row once because I was training with different people.
Oh,
Yeah, nah, horrible.
yeah.
Absolutely fucking horrible. And it was like I survived the first two somehow. And then I did the third leg day and that was it. I
Yeah.
was just absolutely fucking toast.
Oh. Yeah, for me, I could after one, I wouldn't even done the second. What, what's something you believed when you first started bodybuilding that makes you laugh now? Like, you obviously don't believe it anymore. For me, I said to him, the drugs. I used to be one of those people that thought, oh, you're gonna take more drugs means bigger physique. And I found out over time now, I'm taking less drugs and I'm bigger. It, to me,
Abs-
yeah, I started changing the tier. I started putting drugs just keep going down and down my list, and nutrition and training keep going up.
That I 100% agree with because again, if you want to go back to the old Debo and Sustanon, there was a point there because I only had enough Sustanon to last. I got two boxes. Was it three or four snappies in a box?
It's normally five, isn't it? Well, it depends on the box. They were different. Sometimes you get 10.
Nah, definitely wasn't that. Maybe it was five. Okay, but I had a certain amount of
Yeah, a limited amount.
Sustanon. I had a certain amount of Sustanon, so I took the Debo tablets to start and run out at the same amount of time. And there was a point. after about 4 weeks or whatever, I did 10 D-bol tablets a day for about 5 days.
Were they
So
10 meg?
they were in a
Yeah.
sandwich bag.
So you're doing
So
100 D-bowl a day. No, 50.
100,
50 a day. Five, you say, or 10?
10
Five, so 100, yeah,
for,
100 a day. Yeah.
for about 5 days. Now, I didn't know anything about milligrams. I
Yeah.
didn't know, again, this is year 2000. we didn't have we didn't have anything to
Yeah.
look up. So I just like, because I'm like, well, I'll take more. So yeah, absolutely. There was a mentality. If I had have had money at that younger age, I would have absolutely drowned in fucking drugs if I could
Yeah.
have afforded them. Okay. But the other one is to grow a muscle part, increase volume.
Yeah.
Now I know now that almost entirely technique.
Yeah.
Almost entirely. Like the chances are, even the dumbest bro has a chest day, a back day, a shoulder day, whatever. You're all hitting them. You're hitting all these parts the same, but one shit.
Mm.
So doing it more isn't it's getting hit the same as all the other parts that are great. You're not doing it.
Mm.
You're not doing it. You know what I mean? So that's one thing now is like, and it's, you've got to drum that into clients and like, hey, I need to up my chest. Send me some chest videos, cunt.
Mm.
Like we're hitting, you've got 10, 12 working sets of chest a week already. It's it's not volume.
It's not the volume.
Yeah, you're not using your chest. Send me some fucking videos. So that's one is that the answer to lagging body parts is volume. That's
Yeah.
everyone's first go to, but it couldn't be
But
further from
most
the
of the
truth.
time for me, it's reduce the volume.
Yeah, because if you actually get your technique right, your
Yeah.
fucking chest is actually sore for four
Yeah.
days.
That's right. Yeah, you start feeling like, oh fuck. It's like even me, like I want my arms to get bigger, but then I'm starting like we increase the arm volume a little bit, like everything's on maintenance bar arms. But then so there's one session there where I have 5 sets of bicep, and I'm like, man, on the fourth set, I'm already fucked. The numbers are dropping that much, and the biceps feeling that weak. I'm like, this seems counterintuitive to me. So I'm
Yeah,
like, maybe I need. I'm overtraining in this one session, so maybe I need to only cut my biceps at 3 sets per session, but hit them more frequently.
yeah, do it 3 times a
Yeah,
week, but
3 times a
nine
week.
sets over the
Yeah,
week. Yeah, and
that's yeah,
that's the thing is this. But you can, the guys who have built lots of muscle over time, who had the once upon a time bro days, understand like I need to find a tipping point
mm,
so that I can then dial back one step and find my actual groove. And that's what
mm,
you've done now. You're like, cool, let's do this much. And then, like you say, in the fifth set, you're like, okay, I think we've found the tipping point now. I think cool. Let's bring it back one, and
yeah,
my arms will grow here.
yeah,
Like you need to fuck with stuff. Seeing people always they want an answer to something. Okay, the answer is let's take it until it's no good anymore.
yeah,
Let's take your food to a point where you're just gaining fat.
yeah,
Let's take your training to a point where your recovery is shit or your last set's so light that it's not worth lifting or fucking, you know what I mean? And then bring it back a step from
yeah.
there. So that is
Like
the
what you said
answer.
before, you get to a certain point, you take those things that work, you start again. Yeah,
Take it, add it back to the
yeah,
caveman dummy.
start again.
Keep his aggressive lift
Yeah,
with some intelligent
yeah,
points. It's
yeah,
it's the perfect mix. But
yeah,
you have to go through all of it. You have to be a dumbass caveman. You have to be inquisitive and fucking educate yourself. And then you find this new version that's
yeah.
somewhere in the midst of those two.
I need to make a top for you, Sam, for that. It's like funneling the caveman. Knowing where to funnel that caveman mentality. That's
Mm,
you get the smarts. You okay. Well, I know how to be dumb, but I was throwing in directions. Now I know what direction to throw that dumb in. Then you can go
yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah. And it's like, cool. I know, say, a pendulum squat, two working sets. One set, caveman comes out and he
yeah,
just loses his mind to a point where now the second set's a back off. That's
yeah,
an intelligent move.
yeah,
Intelligent move to take 15, 20% off,
yeah.
rest for 5 minutes, become caveman
Go
again, take
caveman
that
again.
number, and then we're going to unload. We're going to move over to leg press. We're going to do it all again. So it's keeping both elements.
That's the next T-shirt now. Bring back the caveman. I'll have a Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble.
Yes, Captain Caveman or fucking
Yeah.
something.
What was their names? We had what was it? Bam Bam and Pebble.
Yeah.
the daughter and
Yeah.
the son, Bam Bam and Pebble.
Good memory. Good
Yeah.
memory.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell. Give me Yogi Bear as well. Not just your average bear.
And
Good.
Muttley the
Yeah,
dog that was always
Marley and
against
Dick
him.
Dastardly.
That's the name. Yeah.
He likes
I
to
had
laugh.
yeah. I had the
Yeah,
Muttley's
Penelope
boxer
Pit
shorts.
Stop. Penelope Pit Stop.
Where was she from?
Wacky Races.
I know the name,
Yeah,
but I
but Dick
can't.
Dastardly and Muttley. They're all wacky races. They used to sabotage each other's cars and stuff.
Oh fuck! I remember her name, but I cannot fucking picture it. There were so many sick cartoons
Yeah.
back then,
Even like the old school fucking Care Bears and shit, they used to like,
man.
shoot powers out their stomachs and stuff.
I started watching Rick and Morty.
Yeah. It's good, but I feel like after I
It's
think it was like 6 seasons, it started getting too repetitive.
I've watched actually I've only watched a handful of episodes. My son's taken a liking to it, so he's got it on. It's more in the background for me, but fuck, it's loose, bro. It's
Yeah.
fucking yeah.
Watch Solar Opposites as well.
I haven't heard of that.
So it's similar, but they're a family of aliens living on Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like nobody cares that they're aliens. I think it's
Mm.
it's just a symbol of like maybe immigration or something. But they just and then it's like, oh, I see what Earth does, and they try to fit in, and they get like addicted to fast food and shit. But the humor is the same as the Rick and Morty humor.
Yeah, right.
You know, like
Good.
they have
Loose.
no what do you call it, gender, so that they're just they like they love having sex with men and women. Yeah, yeah. It's
Fuck.
loose. It's on Disney. Solar Opposites.
All right. Well, I've got that one.
Yeah.
I've downsized. All I've got now is Disney and Netflix.
Yeah, I'm just watching Netflix. What am I'm watching at the moment? I just finished watching Avatar, the live action series two, the Airbender one. You know, the with the where he bends the elements.
I've never seen
Oh,
Avatar a series.
get
I've
your
only
kids
watched the movies.
get your kids into that. The original one was the animated series, Avatar: The Last Airbender. The
Mm.
animated series is the best, but now they've made it live action.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
I
that's
cannot get into series, bro. Hey,
no.
I
Well,
can't. I
the
keep
movies are
trying.
shit.
I'd see all I watch is movies.
Normally I will watch a series because I only have time to watch half an hour, 40 minutes every night. That's it.
Look, I'll agree with you there. It does take me about 4 nights to get through a
Yeah.
movie.
Watch Hail Mary. Me and Mrs. watched that over the last 2 nights
What's that?
with Ryan Gosling.
Series?
It's a movie.
Okay.
Watch it. Hail Mary.
I don't mind the Goz. He does some good
Yeah, he's
stuff.
killer. Mate, if I was a
Yeah.
guy, if I was a girl, he's a very attractive man.
See, I'd go young Brad Pitt.
Yeah, he's good as well. Chris Hemsworth,
Hey,
Tom
yeah, the Aussies.
Tom
Yeah.
Hardy. They're the
Tom
kind of guys I
Hardy.
like.
Manly man.
Yeah, Manly. Ryan Gosling's a little bit pretty boy, but he does the app part really well. And no, I don't want to ruin it for you, but man, you
Yeah.
like it. You like it.
You know an actor that just cracks me up, and I don't know how he got so big at acting, but Christopher Walken.
Oh yeah,
Dude, he fucking crack. Every time he says a line, man, I just fucking find him hilarious. Like he's the way he talks, everything. I love that guy. He's a
when he was
fucking
on the Simpson
legend.
episode, he's like, "Scooch goes to children. I don't want to tell you again about the scooching."
Oh, Sam Neill.
Yeah, he died.
He's the actor. What a
Uh,
fuck that's fucked, man.
he wasn't that
He's
old either.
he's 70s, I think.
Yeah,
Absolute fucking
getting there.
champion.
Yeah,
Fucking champion.
I still
And
the first movie that comes to mind is still the original Jurassic Park when I think of him.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it was a masterclass. He was fucking amazing in that. And that was probably his biggest role
Mm.
ever. But again, if we're a bodybuilding podcast, to Shell Nelson, who passed away, who was
Pumping Iron.
no Mad Max.
Oh,
What was he? The fucking bad.
even the director of
Oh,
Pumping Iron died as well.
oh, okay.
Mm.
Well, Shell, I put up a post with him. He used to train at Empire, and yeah, he in Mad Max 2, he was the bad guy with the mask on.
Oh yeah.
He was Olympic lifter, bodybuilder. I'd sit there, he'd be in his wheelchair training with his son, which was always amazing to see. And he's would tell you all his tales, training with Arnold Schwarzenegger and training with fucking all the greats from back in the day, traveling the world and doing movies and shit. And he was the nicest man in the gym. He would grab my son, he sat down, he talked to my son. for fucking half an hour and was just the kindest dude. And yeah, he unfortunately passed away, about 2 weeks ago. So honestly, absolute fucking gentleman, like
Yeah.
real gentleman. And this is, I put up a post before he passed about these young crew with the headphones on, and they're always in such a rush, and they're honestly quite rude around the gym.
Mm.
Like, and they would walk past this guy and don't understand that that's a bodybuilding legend in a
Yeah.
wheelchair training with his son. Like, if you just took your time to just be nice around the gym, and maybe share equipment with someone, or maybe like there was somebody sitting there incapacitated but still coming that knew more about this building than what you will ever know, because you might fall out of love with something that he's been doing for 60 years, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a real shame. But I saw there was posts all around the world, like, because I liked some of the posts, because they were really quite lovely written about him. I started getting suggested all these posts, and there was hundreds of posts around the world, like celebrating his life and celebrating him and everything. And it was really nice to see. So yeah,
Mm. Yeah, it's good.
yeah,
Well, on that note, when that there, yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, because we have what, an hour and a half. I had to go
Oh,
run some errands, eat some food. That was a good podcast though.
yeah, it's always
Yeah.
a pleasure. So this is just the twosome gets on
Oh,
and chats a heap of
it's
shit.
good though. Is it? Cam's obviously away. Dave Hardy's deep in prep as well. When they all get back, when Cam's back from Olympia, that's when we'll have you on. We'll probably do a Thursday one as well. Hopefully, then we'll go and start sharing the screen, show all the stage pictures, and we'll go over all that then.
It is, and look, absolutely. How have we not mentioned it, man? I can.
I want to save it for when he's on.
I'll tell you right now that when he walked out, he was unbelievable.
Oh,
He was typical Cam. He
yeah,
was he was he was locked in, looked really good. You could tell he was nervous as shit. His face was very stoned and that. But when he come out after, so it was just a confirmation round where the judging's
yeah,
done, but they're putting everyone through one more. I wrote to him. I said, dude, first of all, you looked fucking beautiful. Congratulations. Absolutely deserved. But whatever you did in that half hour before you come out for that confirmation, fuck. That
yeah.
confirmation round was the scariest you've ever been.
Oh,
That was fucking
were you watching it
disgusting.
live?
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, me and the missus,
disgusting.
we were like, I'm like, Cam's got this. She's like, but we're like, oh, two Koreans have already won.
Mm.
Am I, are they going to favor them? We're like, I'm like, I don't know. Cam's too far in the lead. I had a little bit of doubt that just because I don't know, maybe politics or
It was
something, but
good.
he hasn't he's not a clear winner. He's a winner. To me, he's winning, but not. It's like night
That's
and
where I
day.
was at. I had him winning, but I can see arguments about how someone else may
Yeah,
favour.
yeah,
But then, if that confirmation round was worth anything, if the judges were like, that was the
yeah.
fucking that's there
That's
was
something
no
to it.
fucking way anyone was going to walk out for that little final confirmation round. That it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close.
It's funny as well because everyone, when they came out for the second round, literally everyone was like exactly the same.
Yeah,
But Cam came out and I was like,
it
he's
looked
fucking
crazy.
done it.
And
He just
and
showed away. As soon as he hit that front relax, I'm like, oh, he's
yeah,
slammed the
yeah.
door, shut it
It,
down.
it was somehow drier and full. It was fucking crazy. So it could have even just been relaxed, like, oh, that's over
Yeah.
with. Who knows? And then
Yeah,
another person,
because he got moved to the middle. So that might have been a relief he said. But I
mm,
know he did have a little bit more food and
and a
little
little
bit
bit of
more salt.
water. But and a shout out to who else did it. So shout out Tom for
Yeah.
winning
And Maddie.
another Olympia qualification. But Matty Orchard did it too. I wrote
Yeah.
to him and I said, look, whatever you did, because when they first come out for numerical call outs, he was on the outside,
Mm,
and like the lighting was terrible, but it just looked a bit off. But then when he got moved into the middle next to Tom, he looked a lot better. But
mm,
Tom's shape, Tom, his color was not right. His
yeah.
color looked terrible. Matty had good color, but Tom was still pretty clear winner because his structure's just
Yeah. That
stunning,
vacuum he does is crazy.
stunning. His structure's
Yeah.
fucking stunning. But then obviously they've left and then they've come out for the final confirmation. And I wrote to Matty, I said, look, same as Cam. I said, whatever you did in that half hour break, when you just come out for that final confirmation, I thought he was fucking close.
Yeah,
Like I was like, because he just got bigger, fuller, harder, like just crazy. Even though Tom's structure was just superior to everyone, Matty worked with what he's got,
yeah.
and that package that came out, Tom might have still won, but it was
Matt's got that more muscle
yeah,
I like though, the dense grainier
mm,
look.
yeah. Yeah,
Matt's got
it
that.
was with that half hour break for him, like Cam, and I wrote to both of them and said, dudes, whatever you did in that break, fucking write it down. it just it
Yeah,
fucking worked. It looked unbelievable. So yeah, shout out to the Aussie boys and again Tom for 2 wins to make the Olympia, which
yeah,
in the classic division is just phenomenal.
yeah, hard. And yeah,
Yeah.
now we got China this weekend, so
Which Cam would be great to see how he does against a different lineup, even though a lot of the same guys might go over, but still.
but you know what's good? This time he gets to see backstage the open boys.
Oh yeah.
Because Baruz is doing it. Beirut,
Oh,
and
did he make it?
he made his visa for China. So,
Oh
and James
wow.
Hollingshead, and I think Nikit's going to be there. So he's going to be like fucking really mass motherfuckers.
It's a big
Yeah,
boys. I tell you what, I'd love to see Perusa's upper body in person.
yeah. Fuck.
That's fucked. Absolutely fucked.
Insane. It's going to be nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be good. Yeah. Well, all right, man.
yeah.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah,
Much
take
love.
it. Well, if you're free next Thursday, I love these Thursdays. And these are better than Saturdays for me. Yeah.
Well, all right then. Don't tell anyone. Hey!
All
All
right,
right,
take it
brother.
easy.
Be good.
Bye.
Peace.